Hey, Vintigamer here, and welcome back to SimCity 4. Welcome back to our wonderful city of Harinsburg. Now, you watched the last episode, and you're looking around, and you're probably very confused as to where we are. Well, this is the new and improved downtown Harinsburg, at least somewhat improved. It used to be kind of small. There wasn't much here. There were just a couple small commercial buildings and not much. But we redid it and added a lot here. And I actually forgot to talk about this in the last episode. So we added kind of this maybe poor area here, with a couple slums. I'm considering taking this back out to make way for some other things, but we'll talk about that later. And then another thing I also forgot to talk about, you may have noticed from last episode, was our money. So I downloaded the mod and used it and changed the amount of money we had, because I figured this series really isn't going to be about so much the money. I want to balance the budget, which right now we're doing an okayish job of, but that's not one of my main concerns. I want to make it a good-looking city before I make it a viable city. So that's where we are on that. Considering these buildings right here, these 4 buildings, this one is actually a default landmark. The Smith Tower. Where is it? Right here. It's actually a default landmark. I really like that one. It fits well with the theme I want going here. And then these 3 buildings, the Bradley building, the Wagner Limited building, and the Tobin building, are custom assets, and I really, really like them, especially from the back here. It has this little marking on it. It's pretty cool. And this kind of build up, wall-to-wall buildings, is kind of what I want, at least for a couple blocks in downtown. It's not going to be Harinsburg. Isn't going to be a huge city, but it's going to have a downtown. And downtowns generally have at least a couple large blocks like this. So yeah, that's where we're in the downtown. And let's see. Find some other things we've changed significantly here. This area has expanded a little bit, but I think other than that, oh yes, I kind of forgot to talk about this. I was originally going to try to keep all of the kind of middle class and high wealth residents up in Waltham over there, but that wasn't really working out, because what I want here in this few blocks is some more some bigger office buildings, basically. And I was really trying to convince my Sims to commute along this highway from Waltham to here, and that really wasn't working. So I decided that these areas would kind of split, and that it wouldn't be, you live out here in the suburbs and, you commute to downtown, that'd be more realistic. But the simulation in SimCity isn't really designed for that. People are really, really picky about where they work in SimCity. So I decided to create this separate area of residents, higher wealth residents, to work here. And in Waltham, created a couple more jobs for them over here, because they're very persnickety about it. And that so far has worked out well. It isn't super realistic. I would have hoped that this highway would be a lot higher traffic, but people just don't like using it. I don't know. There's a couple people here, but it's not very high traffic. So, it's fine. it works out well, and it's somewhat realistic, at least the way it looks. Concerning things we're going to be doing this episode, let's move over here, this higher wealth area, and I figured this map, this city tile here is very, very flat. I think it's perfectly flat. And I decided I wanted to kind of add some height, some depth to the city in terms of terraforming. So I think this episode we are going to basically kind of cut off this area, this wealthy area, and make it a more hilly terrain. You know, these rich people live up in the hills. There might be a waterfall on this stream that I redo. And I think that would be really nice. The other thing, which also involves water, is down in downtown. You know, Harinsburg is kind of modeled after some Midwestern cities. It's kind of a small Midwestern city, kind of like Louisville or some Louisville, Kentucky, or some cities in Ohio. Maybe St. Louis. Kind of has that feel. By the Ohio River, an area like that. So, where's the river? You know, generally these cities are built up on a river, and there's no river. It's just flat land, flat farmland, and that's not very common to just see a city out in the middle of nowhere. Normally they're on a river. So, I kind of started working with these canals over here. And that kind of looks nice, but I think I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it up and actually have a river go through here past this industrial area and snake up here and go through here. And that's why I was talking about moving these big tenements, because they'd be in the way of the river. Kind of have it go along here and have some nice, maybe parks, maybe some small office buildings along here, and have it go through and out. And that, I think, will really make the city look a lot better and make it quite a lot more realistic. So those are the two things that we're going to be working on this episode, and I hope you enjoy the time lapse. Hey, Ventigamer back, and thank you so much for watching this video. I put a lot of time and effort into this specific episode, and I really think so far that it's probably one of the better videos that I've made in this series. If you liked it, just do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. If you really liked it and you want to see more like this, do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button. This is Ventigamer signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.